Today we're here with Travis Kerbrat out on Orchard Lake in his brand new Zip. Travis brought his boat out to Orchard Lake in Michigan here. He had just finished building it and he gave me a call and says, "Hey Ted, you want to go for a ride?" So I could not refuse the offer. So we're out here in the middle of Orchard Lake and we're going to give a little talk to Travis and see what his build was all about. Okay, Travis, can you tell us a little bit about your build, your Zip, and what got you involved in trying to build a Glen-L boat?
Yes, basically on the, I was always intrigued in building a boat. Never was able to. I grew up on the water up in St. Clair, Michigan. Boated for pretty much my first 18 to 20 years. And then, of course, had to move for work, all that stuff, out into the big city. But eventually was able to build a boat, so I started looking around on the different sites and went to different shows. Got my mindset on the Glen-L team, and basically it went from there.
Well, great. We're glad you built a Zip. Of course, I'm awful fond of it. I built a Glen-L Zip myself. It's really unique for me to see different designs and builds of the Glen-L. I know of the Zip particularly, you know, some people build it in the utility and some people build it in the old school and some people build it with a little bit of modern flair. And I see that your boat is really done in the old school fashion and it just looks beautiful.
Thank you.
You picked an older motor and you want to tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I went with the older motor just because of the design of the boat. I was looking for basically the whole look of the whole boat I was going for all old school. I was able to track down an old Mark 58, which is a 1958 Mercury, 44 horse, and basically just had that 100% restored. Finally got it back 2 weeks ago, and here we are out in the lake.
Can you tell us a little bit about the construction project with your boat, from the time that how you got a hold of the plans and what it took, the process, the building skill to build this particular design of a Glen-L boat?
Yes, the whole process was really a lot of fun for me. My background is really as a carpenter, so I'm good with power tools, all that stuff, but that necessarily doesn't mean you're a boat builder by any means, because there's nothing straight on a boat. Once I received the plans from Glen-L, the whole thing, I reviewed them and then through the website asked some questions, but the whole process went very well for me. I picked it up pretty quick on the plans, and everything seemed to just jive together the way that I wanted it to.
I know that there's a lot of help out there on the forums. Did you find that useful?
Oh yes, for sure. The most useful thing I saw on the forums was that, just like you talked earlier, you get to see the different versions of the actual boat, which is pretty neat because everybody has different ways of designing and building their finishing touches into their own boats. And the forum was a lot of help and still is.
Okay, can you tell us, did you stick to the plans and build it exactly the way the plans are, or can you show us or tell us what's unique about your boat versus somebody else's Zip? What factors that your thought went into while building it?
Yes, basically on my boat I tried to go as slim as I could on it. I didn't want to put a lot of weight in the boat. As you can see, I don't have any floors in the boat. I didn't do any built up floors, so basically we're right on the bottom of the hull. The back area, everybody noticed when I put the motor on, I did basically a little bit different design with the motor. I didn't hook it right to the transom. As you can see, I have a bracket on there. That was just due to the old school ride guide steering system for Mercury. Because I didn't have the motor when I started building, so I just had to compromise everything. And then I kept the decks basically just plywood decks, 1/4 inch. I didn't get into much detail, but I just wanted a straightforward look to the boat.
Okay, the question that I wanted to ask you was about the handling characteristics. I know you had a chance to go for a ride and drive another Zip. particularly mine. You got to go
Correct.
for a ride. But how do you feel that the handling characteristics are of this particular boat and the design of the Zip boat?
I felt the handling was quite well. When we first got it out, of course, you have to move a little bit of weight around just because of the center of gravity on these boats. But you know, the boat runs right around 30 miles an hour, and it just glides right through the water. I'm very happy with it.
Well, great. You did really a nice design. I liked a lot of the old school features on this boat, and I just can't wait to go for another ride. So why don't we do that?
Okay.
Okay.